All right, welcome to Chancla Talk, where we talk about movies, shows, games, and geeky topics that strike our interest. Today with you, you have Grotesque, which is our team captain, Lilirose, and myself, Grumpy. And today's pod, we're going to be talking about Perfume, the movie, the story of a dog born into a human body. So, take it away, guys.
Hey guys. um
It's Hanjiro's villain.
yep.
Hanjiro's evil twin.
Okay, so
Not a man
today,
who loves to
first
smoke.
of all, we're gonna start by saying thank you to you guys for the
Yes.
suggestions. We're gonna try and do this. We're gonna try and make this a thing, guys. Viewer suggestions for movies and shows, or I mean not shows, they're too long, but movies and games probably in the future. But yeah, thank you for being here. James, Darfrere, I see you guys are there already. And yeah, so we're gonna start talking about this movie. For the record, we just finished watching this movie like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Get ready for
Yeah.
some get ready.
Sorry.
Get ready for some
Oh, it's real fresh.
criticism.
It's real
Very
fresh.
fresh.
It's very fresh in my mind.
Some fresh shit in here. Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay, so como tal,
All right.
the story, it's about this. You guys want to tell the story? Por encima.
What?
It's this guy
Yeah.
who's born
Oh wow. It's just,
on top of fish.
He's born.
top of it.
So
So conditions are this is Paris back in the day. Really tough times, a lot of poverty. This man is born. Clearly, he has some issues with
Sense?
mental issues, but also his background, his upbringing, caused him to have little sensibility towards other humans. But he has a very strong sense of smell. Right.
it's,
A
yeah,
really
it's,
refined sense of smell. He can smell anything around him for miles, like a dog, I guess. What else can he do? He's
His nose seem better than a dog's. I don't know.
I don't know. This guy's amazing at smelling shit, right? He can smell things from far away.
It's like radar,
He
but
can
with a nose.
deconstruct the smell.
yeah. So it's basically he was given this. He was born with this thing. Basically, it's kind of told like as a gift, maybe that he had. That's kind of like how the narrator was saying it.
Yes.
So
Some sort of gift. You can smell anything right from very far away.
Yep.
I mean, throughout the movie, he used that superpower inconsistently, right? He can smell sounds from far away too, which was weird, but there's a scene
You
that
can smell the motion that the person's doing. He doesn't smell the sound.
well, I don't know. Well, maybe it was a sex, but there was like someone else having like sex and across
Yes,
the house, and he
because it's a
smelled
stick
it,
smell.
and he turned to the side, and he literally like took a whiff.
okay. First of all, guys, let's start
Okay.
talking.
It's not the synopsis. My bad.
Not the sounds, Poppy. Let's move on. Okay.
It took
Okay,
a
first
huge
of all, let's talk
riffing.
about the pot. Like, what do you think were cool things about this movie? And let's go from there. I'll start. I liked. Okay, me gustó el narrator, right? The narrating of the movie at the beginning and throughout, more at the end.
It was really helpful.
I think it felt like
Yeah.
the movie Big Fish, which I love. I think
It did have that feeling.
it had that
and to some
feeling,
extent,
yeah.
yeah.
Like it felt like you were, this.
Some things,
Yeah,
yeah.
it felt like that. So I like that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the actors. So yes, the actors.
There were some good actors in there.
Yeah, Darfur says
The acting was
what are
good.
the
I think the acting was very good.
I think the actors were good. So it's Ben Whishaw for the dude, the smelly
For the main
dude.
guy, yeah.
Great
For Jean Bautiste.
because he annoyed me. Like,
Yeah, then
was
we
really
have Dustin Hoffman, which was the Perfume guy. Alan Rickman, of
Yeah.
course. I think it's the best thing of the movie. And
And then
we have
some
Rachel.
other
Yeah,
actors
the redheads. Rachel Hurdwood, Carolyn Herf for the other one that at the beginning. And there's a whole bunch of actors there, right?
Yep. Good actors.
Good actors. I love the
Solid
acting.
actors.
I love the acting.
the acting was very good. Maybe a little too
A
good.
little too good, but it was good.
Acting was good. Yeah.
Yes.
Visuals make me
You
feel
felt
like I can smell
Yes,
things.
you
Yes,
felt it.
James, exactly.
Yes.
That's another thing I loved.
And I think that's a hard thing to do because in the book you
Yes.
could describe the sense and like because this is based off of a book.
Yes.
And like you can describe like the smells and stuff and like you can kind of get it more through a book. But like he like portrayed it very well like through a movie. Like you could see like what he was smelling and stuff. And,
Exactly.
like the differences between like the good smells and the bad smells. Like he really visually did that very well.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like at the beginning, you can already, like starting off the movie, you can already like
Yes.
it's just started and you're seeing everybody and you can see everybody's like so dirty and like messed up, and it fell through like the fish and everything. Like
Yes.
you can. It's true. You can feel like you're there and you can get grossed out by all the gross things. And
Yeah, and throughout the whole movie, the guy is like always like very sweaty, very dirty, very like
exactly.
it's like
So that was pretty cool. I like that. So what else? So I did like that. I like the narrating and I liked the the whole thing. I did it there's some things, guys. There's some
it's always hard to like put like a book into a movie.
I
'cause
think there
the
was
book has like the thing where like you can feel everyone's telling you what they're thinking and what they're feeling, and with like movies like you have to get it like through the actors, right? Like through
Yes.
the face that they made, and you have to interpret everything.
exactly.
So
I do think that the music, I don't know if you guys want to talk about the music. The music didn't hit it for me. I don't know. Like there's pieces of it like I was like, "Oh wow, it sounds beautiful." It just doesn't click with how the movie's going. Like there's certain things that you're supposed to feel kind of disgust or like weird, and you're supposed to feel tension and awkwardness, and it felt like the music was too beautiful for what's happening. Do you know what I mean?
I guess so. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it was supposed to convey that, like, for him, it was a moment of beauty that, he found this perfection. He found this.
The music
this
wasn't
thing.
about what's. Yeah, music isn't about what's happening, but what he's smelling. Right. The whole movie is like an interpretation of the smells through everything. So he's not killing.
He's preserving perfection.
I guess,
Sure.
yeah. I guess that,
Yeah.
and it's
For him,
more,
yeah.
I guess you're right. I guess it's more on his perspective of how he's seeing things, right? Like that's why the music is like that. Of like everything is like
guess so.
perfection, and oh wow, like he's taking it all in, and but still,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, if you put it right, this is a movie not about murder. It's a movie about an artist, which his canvas is people and smells.
yeah.
So that's why the music is more like he's an artist. It just happens that the background is murdering people, but
I guess it's true. Yeah, you're right. James, he said, I think this is the only movie that narrator make me like the movie more for some reason. Oh, nice. Okay, so
the narration didn't work.
the narration worked for
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
It felt.
I mean, that's a voice we heard before, right? Is that the same voice from Fish?
I don't know. I know. It made me feel exactly like I was like the big fish kind of thing.
Yes. His voice gave me comfort.
Yeah, it's more of like
who was.
here, this is what is happening, not in the thoughts of the dude, more of look at it through your perspective and think what you want is how I took it. Like, this is a narrator telling you this is what's happening to this dude, and this is what
He
happened,
is the
and
narrator
this is
from
how he
Oceans.
sees it.
Oceans?
Oceans
Oh, the guy who inspires us to.
to save the planet.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
that's
yeah,
why.
That's why. It's a beautiful
It's
voice.
a beautiful voice. I loved it.
Blessed
I loved the
voice.
narration. Okay, so
Love voice.
yeah. So I
That's good. I mean, the
I have to admit, I got
was delivered.
weirded out in too many ways.
Way too many ways.
Really? What made you weird out?
It was
Well, it started with the first time he smelled a woman. That was pretty weird. That was
No, he did that fantastically. The
he
man
did
is
he
an
did it
artist.
so well that it was I was saying the acting was a little too good because
The acting was great.
actor-
It was
oh
just,
gosh.
The man was smelling.
it was
like a
so
creep. It's amazing.
disturbing.
Yeah.
He did a good job of making it disturbing, of like really getting in there and really smelling everything.
Yes.
It was,
Yeah. It
he
was.
went.
And at that point, I was like, "What am I watching here?" It
Yeah, I'm
was-
sorry, guys. En
What
ese
the
momento, I
fuck is
questioned myself. Like, should I go on?
Yes. What are we watching?
What are we watching? What am I doing?
And I have to
Yeah.
talk
Am I
about
being trolled
this
right now?
that I'm watching.
These were all my thoughts. Jaster,
Yeah,
welcome.
It was,
So after that
yeah.
moment, it was a
After-
moment of
after
like,
that moment.
I need to give this a try. I'm gonna keep going, guys. And keep going. Kept watching. It got interesting. I guess the whole perfume thing. I did like that they used like real things that they did back then of how they did perfumes. As in, you know, the whole technique with the fat and putting it against the wooden planks to get the scent off of the flowers and stuff like that. That was interesting. I like that they did that.
It is pretty cool, yeah.
Yes, but guys, it got weird. It got real weird indeed.
I mean, that part where he smells the first girl is like one of the points where like you can really tell like that visual thing, because like he's like completely dirty and grimy, and like she is like super clean and white and her bright red hair. It's like the first thing of real color
Yes,
that he shows like throughout the whole movie, like her fiery red hair, the yellow fruit, you know, like
yes, I like the emphasis like on the colors and the brightness to like show
Yes.
that that's the beautiful, right? The beautiful and
Yeah,
the
that's
and
the good smell.
The good smell, yeah, the yummy smell. Wow, okay, I get it. I guess. You guys want to talk a little bit? Grumpy?
Do you want me to talk? You sure?
No, okay. So we keep going. So I like the whole perfume thing. I like how they did it.
I
Now
didn't understand why everybody died once he left them. That part I didn't quite get. What was? I'm pretty sure it had like some kind of meaning. But
I think that's
Yeah, that was kind of weird at the end. Yeah, every time that he left the place, someone died, right? Is that what you're talking about?
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't get that part. If you guys can tell us what you think that means, as I said, we just watched it now, so we're still
yeah.
processing
What
this movie.
What do you guys think about that
I
part?
feel like that's something like from the book. Like it probably would have explained. Like it probably had some significance, but
I feel like the book would have definitely like what I read about the book. It's very detailed, the way of how he goes into the mind of the guy as to like how messed up he is, and that's the part that we don't see. What pain and bad thoughts go through this guy's head, right? It looks so beautiful for what he's doing. Like the way they depicted like it's like I didn't feel much through it, right? I didn't feel much for any of it.
James says that he thinks that it's everyone that treated him bad, even the
Right.
perfumer like just died. So karma, he guesses.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
it's
guess-
movies nowadays, but am I supposed to root for this guy?
That's how it felt at the very
That's-
beginning,
right?
right?
That's why I didn't like. I didn't like that he was being like, why are you praising him, and then why are you forgiving this, or like, why are you like, no, like, why
At the
is
very
this a good
beginning, like
thing?
they show like that sad face and like everybody like, you evil, and it was like, wait, is this like gonna change somewhere where I'm gonna start to feel compassion for this guy? I was like, what? It didn't. At least for me, it didn't happen.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like,
It's not a real hero or right, someone to root for.
There wasn't anyone to root for,
There's a
really. You're
movie
just
full of-
watching
yeah, full of dicks.
events.
yeah, there's nobody to root for, especially not this guy.
Which is interesting, right? Because it's a different kind of movie.
It's
I mean,
It was very
art
different.
point of view, cinematically, is an interesting, very good movie.
I like
if I
the-
look into the plot,
yeah,
this is weird shit, but cinematically, it's like really well delivered.
yes,
Well, I mean, I read a little bit on like what the book is supposed, and they said like the book is more about power and control, which I don't really feel like.
it didn't get
Got,
depicted
like-
that way on the movie. It didn't show it as much as like
didn't
I
feel
see.
that, yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, at the end of it, I'm like, I get the symbolism that you're trying to show me. I do not feel it though. Like, I don't feel that you gave me that feeling of like, of how power, like, it didn't make me feel.
Besides him trying to make a perfect perfume, I didn't really get anything else driving his motivation.
Exactly. And I understood the part like, okay,
That's
he feels
not
like
really written.
his worth, right? His worth to him, everything that's has a smell is something of
Mhm.
worth to him. It's everything to him, right? Him not having an
Yeah.
odor, like him feeling that he's odorless, it's like it's
Yes.
being worthless. He's nothing, right? He doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Him in search of this is like an obsession as to him showing who he is to society, right? If I have a smell and it's the best smell in the world, I
I'll
am
be remembered.
I am
be
the
something.
best, I am someone to be praised and loved and everything, right?
Yes.
And by the end of this, obviously, right, he loses all
Yeah.
of it because he knows, like, okay, he has all this, he has everybody at his knees, he has all this power, he can take this to anybody and everybody can love him, but he knows that he can't be loved, he can't love or be loved, so that's why he decides to just let himself, bam, gone, be eaten, cantitos.
That was a weird ending also. I mean, starting from where he arrives at the trial, I was like, wait, why is he all dressed up? What happened, like, between, like, then what the scent caught? I guess that was the only part where I got like the control part, where like he controlled the masses with like the scent.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then I guess at the end, like, where he allowed himself to be like completely enveloped with this beautiful scent that gave love to these people that ate him, and will have love forever, is what I guess
is what I
supposed to be
guess
said there.
I understood of it. Yeah, kind of in a way of like he gave love back to the. I don't know what to say. It was.
Say anything, just smell.
It didn't like make sense. Like, I know that what they're trying to say and tell me, it just didn't click for me. Like, throughout the movie, it didn't click.
¿Cuántos peos se vuelve ese tipo? Pari.
O sea, la gente está.
That's why he left Paris, and he said he was happy once he left, because ya no había peos en el aire.
That's why. Papito,
That's why.
it smelled better.
Eso que se quedó en la montaña por unas semanas.
Honestly, I went into this movie thinking it's like a documentary about Coco Chanel. And I was
You know
fucking surprised when the show was happening.
No lie, when they put like the title, like Perfume, like story of a murder or something, I was like, oh, they suggested a documentary about like companies poisoning us through perfume. And then when I saw the trailer, I was like, no, that is definitely not what this is about. It's like...
I don't think Coco Chanel did that.
But I really thought we were watching a documentary. I was like, oh, it's...
But I'll see it. Okay. I need to talk about this.
Say it.
Go ahead. Tell us.
Go ahead, girl. Say it.
What's with the fucking orgy?
That was strong. That was strong, guys. That was confusing. It's a lot of butt cracks all over the place.
I was amazed that many people volunteered for an orgy in a movie.
They were, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. That's one of the few moments I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
That's the moment I was like, wow, this went weirder, man. This went weird. This went all the way weird.
That's where we texted each other. What is this?
What am I watching?
Are we watching?
Yeah.
Text Grotesque. What the fuck is this?
He has nothing.
That was yeah.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was like how Grotesque said that it was like maybe it's in his head. He's like picturing all of this, but then it was like it clearly became like, no, this is happening. Why is this happening?
Actually, I would have loved that it was in his head. I would have loved it, actually. I would have been like, wow, that was cool. If they would have shown it to me, like, he's in his head and he's imagining that everything that he did gained him all this power and love. But at the end, he got killed for it and it was all a lie. Like, no, you actually did terrible things and you fucked up. And you gained no power from this. That would have given me a bigger hit in the gut. Like, wow, okay, no, you didn't get this. It was all in your head. Tú te creías que tenías todo el poder y tenías que, ¿sabes? Pensabas que ibas a get everything that you love for, but no, you got nothing. That would have hit me. This didn't hit me. No. The guy, like, I didn't understand. Me gusta que James...
Después lo último, se tira el esto encima. I thought they were gonna hug him.
No se lo comieron.
Then I see this fucking zombie herd just fucking...
I thought, oh, he wants an orgy now to happen to him? That's what I thought. I didn't think that they were going to eat him. That was a twist.
Okay, so Darford says, so beside the perfume, the best perfume ever, what he really wanted is to be loved, and he did it in a weird way, but he achieved it. Okay. He achieved it. That is true. That is true. Jester. Okay, Jester dice, pues creo que it's like...
love a burger, I guess. Yeah.
Smell is kind of one of our most basic primal senses, so the perfect smell te regresaba a tus instintos primordiales como animal. Oh, okay. I did, like... But that's another thing, right? They didn't really... like trying to put a smell to emotions. I didn't feel like that was a big one-on-one together, like I didn't feel like the smell went with the emotion, because the emotion throughout the whole movie of the guy didn't feel like much was changing. I know that, the smell of the girl was what lo volvía así como que, oh my god, obsessed, right? But I didn't see changes in things. I never saw that something made him mad or something made him ill. It was more like everything was good to him. So to me, it felt like I didn't see the tension or the clash of the odors and the emotions like I would think.
Except for like the dad's fear of his daughter dying, I didn't really feel very much emotions actually from the thing. Like, like there wasn't like, they never really portrayed like that he's lacking love. Like, he's lacking love because he grew up in an orphanage and stuff.
Exactly.
But until the end, like that he mentioned like the whole love thing, that was like, oh, okay. But I don't feel like they really portrayed that throughout the story.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't feel like there was. You didn't feel much of it. Like it's what tú te creo. Wow, sí, Dito, la vida es bien triste, but you don't feel it from the perspective of what you're watching. Like that, there's much of like driving him to do it. Like. Okay, sorry guys. Let me read you guys. Jester dice el propósito antiguo de los animales, según los estudios en sociobiológico, era procrearnos. I don't know. Okay. Por lo que recolecto, él lo que estaba buscando era la perfección en los aromas. Yes. No, eso de emociones, no amor, hasta que él vio en su recuerdo a la primera víctima a la cual no pudo preservar. Oh. But I'm thinking more like it has to do with love. No. I think Adolfo is right on that one. Like he didn't, like he was trying to preserve that what he thought was beautiful and esto, but he couldn't have it. Like he couldn't have that, the love of that thing that first hit him, I don't know.
That's true. Huh? In a sense, if you think about it, you think.
Sorry, reading Jester's comment.
Lo leo ahora. Ajá.
No, pero lo que dijo es que, yeah, I mean, it's, if you go deeper, yeah, his sense of interaction is all through smell, right?
Yeah.
So to say, for him, he wasn't killing them, he was preserving the smell, means that he loved them.
Exactly. Yes.
Because for him, being alive or death is not definitely, it's the smell what means something.
Yes.
So all those acts of violence were acts of love for him, and therefore at the end, it's an act of they killed him, ate him. It's an act of love in his eyes.
Makes sense.
Okay, so
I guess
that makes
since
sense.
He killed the first one by accident. He was like, "Crap! I lost this wonderful smell."
Yeah. So through the whole thing, you have to look at through the sense.
I lost something.
Through his eyes, his perspective of being smell is love and connection, right?
Yeah.
So if you put that lens on of smell is love, for him, killing is not the opposite of love. It's love. He's preserving it.
Exactly. So preserving is the smell, but I love. So that's why for him, being odorless was like the breakthrough of like breaking him.
He cannot be loved.
Yeah. He can never be loved.
And at the end, he put all the smells on him to be loved.
Okay.
You say like through smell, like we unlock memories and stuff. So like. You can't unlock anything through.
That's why he went back to where he was born, right? As if going back home looking for love.
Exactly.
And allowing everybody to take a part of him.
No, love. You missed the part, Lily.
He gave a lot of pieces of love.
Him and his eyes.
A lot of love was given.
Physical, being alive or death, it doesn't matter. Love is smell.
Yeah. So.
And for him, maybe his lack of, I'm going deep on shit here, right?
His
lack of smell is probably, well, I'm thinking, why he thinks his mother didn't love him. Goodness, so he went back for the smell to his birthplace.
Exactly.
Oh, because there was so many smells there, but he lacked
He lacked it, yeah. So maybe in his mind he put connected as, I don't have a smell, I'm not loved. Let me go back home with smell.
But that's the thing. It's all up to what you think might be, which is okay. It's just I that whole thing with like I didn't feel like he was that, like his existence was all the odor thing, but I don't think that it was shown as to how much it affected him, everything from him being young, like I know it was a terrible thing, but it doesn't...
In the storytelling, didn't come across as clearly as about that.
Yeah.
So you need to connect the dots later on. But I think the whole movie is about, what is it called? The story of a murder. Essentially, as like every murder, right? Every serial murderer has their own calculus in their head, calculation, their own
perspective of how
their own way they think the world works, which is misaligned with the rest of us, right?
Yeah.
And that's what makes them different and make them kill. Sometimes they don't value the same things as we do.
They think
So-
what their way of being is righteous and correct.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
But this is like one version of those serial killers, right? They collect something, they preserve something.
That is true.
They
Yeah.
honor the victim by doing that. But to them, it's not bad what they did.
Exactly.
And he did save all their clothes and their hair, so not just their scents. So
Yes.
and I did like
he returned the bodies, but he kept their stuff.
yeah.
It's like
And at that
so-
moment where he was like about to, like he had a chance like to like think about it, like should I kill her, and he still did it anyway. That's kind of like showing
I think
you that.
that she.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. No, keep on. I'm sorry.
No, go on. I think this is important. Go on.
Like that she opened her eyes and that she like saw him and like that they had that moment. I feel like she kind of like they're kind of telling us like that she felt like that was a better end for her than the life that her father was going to send her through to try to keep her safe.
Yes, I got that same feeling. That is so true. Like in a way, she didn't even seem scared or anything. It was more like, oh, thank you. Like
we just blame the victim.
No,
Did we just say
no, but in a way that's what she was her fate.
she asked for it?
No.
Didn't say
Oh
she
my
asked
god,
for it.
no. Pero digo, Dios mío. Grumpy, no. It's more of like her fate was like, it was laid on the table right before us. They were talking. That's what he told her. You're safe. I'm gonna keep you safe, but this is what you're gonna have, and you're gonna be stuck with this guy. Apparently, she se nota que she doesn't like, and the guy's a creep.
Yes,
and she's like,
that was very clear.
Yeah, she was. Se notaba que she was like, oh, okay, I'm stuck for life. I'm stuck with this creep for life. So she did not like her life, and she just wanted to enjoy her life, pero el papá nunca la dejaba, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
We're not blaming her. It's just in the eyes. Porque eso fue algo que I focused on. Because I'm like, her eyes are not moving into like scared, right? She se quedó igual.
Yeah.
And I think that was like emphasizing that she was not scared because she was no le importaba. Yeah, at this point, right?
And I thought for a minute it was going to become like the new redhead, like he was going to like keep her or something and always keep like the smell type of thing, like. But then I found her dead in the morning. I was like, no, that's not what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, yo también pensé eso, no. Like, oh yeah, no, he went for it. Okay.
No, he still did it. Okay.
Okay. So, although I get the symbolism, I get what they were trying to tell me, I didn't like how it was given to me. I don't know. I didn't feel much through it. I feel more now that I think about how or why, but at the same time I didn't like it. Could have been so well done if it was like it was just here, take the disturbingness and but the symbolic part of it was not triggering me like it was supposed to be.
They captured the derangedness.
Yeah,
but yeah, like there's just like few things missing, like to connect, like to make it an emotional story, I suppose, to make you more like understand everything and
it's
get the power and control part of it. And
yeah, it could have been better portrayed for me in other ways to kind of show me like where this is at. Because by the end of it, I'm like, okay, I get it. Because once the orgy started, I'm like, this better be in his head. And then at the end, it wasn't in his head. And then I know now that it was just like, okay, when that happened, I understood that was an exaggeration. This is a symbolic moment because the exaggeration and the thing is supposed to be, you're showing me something. You're trying to tell me something, right? That is not being told. I get it. But I had to wait until the very end to tell me, okay, this is all very symbolic thing. And then you have to think about it. Think about it. Okay, I get it. But it wasn't like I felt anything through it.
If this is the book was a little more about power, I think it would have been better to show a little more of that connection between the smell and power.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The connection between power and smell wasn't uniquely linked in the movie as I think would have been in the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And you could get that he didn't have power because first he was owned by the guy, right?
Yeah.
First the orphanage sells him, then he's owned by this one guy, then he's sold over to the perfumer. So like he really never did have control in his life, but I don't really feel like they ever showed him like wanting freedom or wanting this control, you know?
Yeah. It wasn't focused around, like, it didn't feel like it was focused around the power. And although this is a book about showing the power, I know this, we had to Google this after, but you know, that's what the book is supposed to be telling you. So
Interesting fact too is that this is loosely based on a potentially some serial killer who was Spanish, right?
Yeah.
oh yes,
I did read about that, yeah. He
um
used to preserve them into soap, though.
Yeah, he used to kill women and children and take their fat and turn it into soap. Is that correct, Grotesque?
yeah, so basically there's a, they can say, like, it's not like proven, but there's an inspiration as to why where this comes from. And yeah, it's a, what's his name? I have him around here somewhere. Manuel Blanco Romasanta. It's inspired by a Spanish, kind of inspired maybe by a Spanish serial killer. That's his name. And he basically what he did was kill them, and he used the fat of these people that he killed to make soaps. So that could be a kind of inspiration as to where this was kind of from.
Yeah.
Which is that's interesting. But
That is very interesting.
kind of fucked up. Like, you use the fat to make the soaps.
It goes with like it's a serial killer preserving his people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And their equation for living, that makes sense to them.
Exactly. Okay, James dice, yo no lo sentí como poder, pero sí es el libro lo que dice. La interpretación de la película era más por preservar. Yeah. So it
that I did get.
that I got, yeah.
Yeah.
Preserve, yeah.
Makes sense. I the more I think about it, the more it clicks as to what they were trying to tell me. I didn't like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rewatch it. I'm not a sorry. It's not my kind of movie. It kind of creeped me out many ways. I guess in a way that's kind of the point, right? They're trying to kind of weird you out because it's supposed to be kind of weirding out. But it was interesting. The more I think about it, it gets more interesting. So
it's deep. It's a deep movie that we're probably gonna get more out of it as the days go by and we think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But we just saw it freshly, right? Like a couple hours ago. So we're still processing it, making more sense as we talk through it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Story of a murder. Yeah.
I think we were kind of all thrown by the ending of
It's a lot of butt cracks, right? In that kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be weird. No, yeah. I know it should be weird. It just it wasn't.
No, it nailed it.
I mean,
Nailed it.
there's like
the weird part.
The weird part
it's
is
like weird, and then there's weird.
I don't know if it
This-
was
this-
like what I thought. Like
Oh,
I know it should be weird. It's just
Okay. Well, I'm gonna geek out a little bit, right? I'm gonna tell you
Go
the
ahead,
truth,
go.
right? Yeah. Yeah, we have watched Hannibal. We love it. The series, amazing. Right? I thought it was gonna be more like a mix of Coco Chanel con Hannibal. So it's gonna be okay. But
you're obsessed with
Some
Coco
things-
Chanel over there.
but I would worry, right? The only concern that I have, and the same shit I have with all the fantasy movies, right, is that physics have to be fucking correct.
That is true.
Right? He waved his fucking handkerchief and everybody fucking fell to it. Nobody, these are not fucking dogs.
Yeah, that is true. Esa es otra cosa.
Right? The smell was unnaturally propagating.
Because one thing is that he smells like incredibly well. Other thing is that people don't have that gift. So how are all these people going to an orgy because of one little movement of a handkerchief? And that's why I understood.
Smell, so he made it potent and very strong.
That's why True, but that's why I kind of thought like that's why the exaggeration.
Rolling his eyes at me right now.
No. Ni un peo apestoso puede reach the whole crowd.
That I. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I'll allow it because I did mention it. Creo que lo dijo ya se hace sentido por lo de la orgy. Ok. Bueno, pero si tú has olido perfumes de la gardenia, que de repente sale este único olor de perfume de flores Doña Florinda. That is true. I mean,
Pero demonios, se tiene como un galón de cosas al aire, eso no es lo mismo que una gotita.
Exacto. Es que and I didn't like, eso sí, I didn't like the even that, like his smell reaching all the way to the lands of like en el carajo made no sense to me. I understand that in the same room or in the same, maybe más adelante, ¿verdad? Like a dog, ¿sabes? Vamos a darle el block por lo menos. Tú estás en montañas, ¿verdad? But
you're not. You're like in a plaza. And haven't you gone through like una plaza in Puerto Rico and you could smell like the old guy across que se bañó en su perfume?
No, sí, eso sí. Pero digo his
litro de perfume.
Yeah. Pero like the exaggeration of him, even his gift of smelling está exagerado en algunos cantos, is what I mean.
Yeah, where like he can smell the girl riding the horse like 200 miles away.
Exacto, en el carajo. Exactly. So he can smell her all the way over there, and then he can chase her like a, ¿sabe? O sea,
es un lobo.
¿Sabes? Con el viento, con los olores que they interact with each other and you lose smell. You're telling me this guy tracked that woman down con el pelito nada más que estaba swinging.
Yep. That's exactly what happened.
So yeah, I got shit. I gotta talk about this movie, but I'll take it as the symbolism part.
No, we got that part, pero coño por millas.
Because they showed it like it was really far.
No, yeah. They showed it really, really far. O sea, le hicieron un zoom eterno para llegar.
Lo que no entiendo es cómo que puedes saber. I go back to the
You're
sex
going
scene.
back to that scene, gosh.
No puedo saber cómo que él sabe cuando alguien terminó y alguien. Also, they're finished having
Because you're
sex.
not smelling the sweat
whiff.
anymore, my love.
That doesn't go away.
Oh,
the moment you stop.
Eso sí. I didn't understand.
You could smell them getting closer. You could smell like the clothes now on. You could smell.
But I think what he means.
This guy could smell someone 200 miles away. He could smell when this ends.
I guess what he means es como que they showed an image of
You're
her
wrong,
like just getting dressed right next to it, right? Like she's just getting dressed. So what he means is like como él sabe que she's getting dressed. Like maybe movió el traje un poquito y el olor del traje.
He can smell the movement of the clothing.
Exactly, pues ahí tiene. Ya, you got debunked.
No puedo
Look, like Jester's telling you, you don't have super smelling, so you don't know, okay?
Coño, pero hasta el perro mío le coge tiempito cuando le tiro comida.
It takes
that part of his brain was heightened. He had like
it was
so,
it's
a fictional story. Yeah.
The symbolism part, I get it. That's all I can say. I like the symbolism, and that's it.
Si me enseñabas una ventana abierta y el vientito como dando para afuera así, it's like, okay, Yeah, you can smell that, right?
Es que visually they didn't hit it with me, ¿verdad? Como que no me están dando lo que supuestamente they're trying to show me. Like visually, you're not telling me. Or I love movies that have symbolism. God, I love them. Para mí, it's like, oh, it's a big deal, and this one didn't hit it. You know, like it's a big deal for me because I like looking into things. The little things about movies, I love it. Esto,
Yeah.
Es como que I get what you're trying to show me. I get the whole part with love. I like that the actors were very good at acting. I just... Lo que me estabas enseñando no me está cayendo con lo que me estás tratando de symbolize in the movie.
Yeah. No, interesante.
So yeah.
It's an interesting movie. It's
I
an
like
interesting
that
movie.
we have a whole discussion here because of this movie. So I am thankful for it, guys. That was amazing.
Good.
It was a good pod. Yeah.
That's interesting. It was an interesting movie.
Has
That
nothing to
was.
do with Coco Chanel. Really good.
No, but
No Coco Chanel. No documentary on the poisoning of humans through perfume.
no, it wasn't that.
It wasn't that.
But yeah, thank you guys. I loved having the discussion though. Like I like this back and forth. GG's for real. It's one of my favorite movies. Oh wow, jeez, really? I'm sorry to have like we're sorry to have criticized this so much for you.
That's a sense of smell, man.
He's vicariously living through the smell of the other man.
Awesome, dude.
Love the opinions though, not bad. Yay, we're glad we didn't lose you, man.
See the number go down 1. It's like, oh, okay.
We're back to 35, guys.
One less follow.
But yeah,
That's a good movie. Thank you for
recommendations.
suggesting
Yeah,
that.
thank you for
It's
suggestions.
definitely something we had not watched before.
And I
Definitely.
hadn't even heard of it.
No.
Yeah, so thank you. I hope
Good girl.
good goods for this one. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you guys. So yeah, we'll see you guys later for some gaming stream. We'll gather some different suggestions next time. I don't know when we're gonna do another viewer suggestion. Maybe once a month or so. And also we'll get some for games too. Maybe not big games, guys, but like games that are indie games or something. Yeah.
Indie games, yeah, something hidden
Hidden gems that you guys might want us to try and that we can actually get some playing through in 2 weeks or so we can talk about it every 2 weeks or so that something like that.
This movie was perfect. We never seen
This
it before.
was a very
It's a hidden
for
gem.
that. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Lots of butt crack.
Butt cracks and and fish.
Fish, a lot of fish.
So yeah, thank you guys. Don't forget to follow us on the socials. Espérate.
chancla le damos?
¿Cuántas chanclas le damos? Yeah. Yo le doy 2
Yo doy 3 chanclazos en la cara.
al tipo.
Al tipo le doy 5, pero 3.5 chanclas.
Yo le doy,
Ouch.
es más, yo le doy 2.5. I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm very
People are
I'm very
more like
picky.
I
Some more
agree with
makes sense.
Grotesque.
Yeah.
Huh?
I agree with Grotesque. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo le doy...
Well, le doy 4.
No.
Porque el tipo le molestó tanto el tipo que he did fantastic acting.
Eso
The guy
sí.
did a really good job of being like
No, the
this
acting was great.
creepy, smell-oriented man.
The acting was
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Pero le quito una chancla por butt cracks.
For the orgy, just say it. For the fucking orgy.
I mean, even with the orgy aside, I mean, the story was
It's
still
still pretty,
like missing stuff, you know?
pretty
Like,
bland.
I really keep talking cracks again.
Anyway, hey James, that was a fun discussion. I like this. I like discussing
thank you.
things. A mí me gusta esto, guys. So thank you. I hope you guys have a great great rest of Sunday, and don't forget to follow us on our socials, Chancla Team, and you can hear and see this podcast tomorrow on Amazon, or what's the other ones? Apple. I don't have my paper.
Yeah, everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere.
Google.
Just look up Chancla Talk on the podcast.
Anywhere where you find your
Spotify,
podcast.
guys. And YouTube. So yeah, take care, guys. We'll see you guys later for some gaming. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Thank you.